Welcome back to the Buchanan Beat. My name's Brian. I'm here with Rob Roush again. Rob, how you doing today?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing well, Rob. It's fun sitting down across the table from you and getting to know you a little bit more each time we do. We've talked about you being an outdoorsman and liking to hike and the sounds of nature and all of that. I'm curious, when you're driving to work, what are you listening to?
I'm listening to contemporary Christian. I like that worship type music from, like the beginning of the service with the big guitars and the drums.
Yeah?
Love Toby Mac.
Toby Mac. Okay, so I was going to ask you about that. Toby Mac is your favorite artist, okay? Is there a particular song or a particular album of his that you really dig?
All of it. I just like everything he does pretty much.
Okay, from the days of DC Talk, even?
Jesus Freak, is that the name of it?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was him until just a couple of years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay, so you got into Toby Mac a little bit later.
A little bit later.
Okay. Yeah, he's a good artist. He's a really talented guy, and I think he's still putting out music.
He is. He just did a new album. His son passed, and he did an album right after that.
Yeah. He's been around a long, long time. So, yeah, I listened to a little Toby Mac myself as well. So, well, Rob, we could talk music all day long.
Yep.
We're not here to talk music. Let's talk about, we're going to get into some conversations here in the next several times we meet about our core values. And today we're talking about excellence. And this really comes from the why statement we talked about last month. Can you repeat that for us and then talk to us about excellence?
Yeah. The why statement, why we exist, creating dependable connections by providing ultimate solutions. And one of our values is excellence. And there's a lot of areas we're not excellent at. So, it's a core value to be that way.
What does excellence mean?
So excellence on our core value sheet is we strive to always do things correctly the first time and constantly challenge ourselves to improve everything we do. And that kind of goes into the excellence that we're trying to get. Our shops have been run independently, all three of them, Fort Wayne, Indianapolis, and Houston. We've hired a new gentleman. He's been around a lot of corporate shops, a lot of Caterpillar. He's worked for Caterpillar for a long time.
Okay.
And led some of their shops. And one of the first things we're going to have him try to do is let's be excellent. Let's make a uniform system that we do everything the same. Every tech does everything the same. It gets recorded in the computer the same. And we're getting that data in there to make our shops more efficient, more excellent, and a place that our drivers want to go because they know what they're going to get and they know it's going to be right.
Yeah, so excellence at every level, it sounds like, is important. So there's probably things each one of us individually can do if we have this core value of excellence in mind, from drivers to anybody sitting in the office, right?
Exactly. One of our bigger issues are tires, and a lot of drivers complain. We pick up the trailer and the tires are bald or sliced or wires are showing, and the person that dropped it should have known that. And we need that core value to go all the way through, all the way down, all the way up to every single person in the company that when we drop that trailer, we know something's wrong. We let our dispatcher know. We make sure that it gets fixed. Whether if we don't have the time, that at least they know, so the next person coming in will have the time and be aware when they get there that we need to take care of these issues.
Yeah, I love to hear that too. As I think about core values, I think for any company, probably core values are, some of it is actual, like we see excellence in places, but a lot of it really is aspirational, like we're striving to be this in every area. So there's probably areas that are excellent now, but
Sure.
I love the fact that this says we challenge ourselves to improve in every area. So even if we feel excellent now, there's something better we can do to improve that.
Yeah, our shop here in Fort Wayne has Robert Heiser that's been really doing a great job, and he is getting to be a form of excellence up here. He's making sure our hours are in. Every hour is billed in our software that we use to manage maintenance, and he's doing a great job, making sure things are done right, coming in and saying, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that. So he's a good example of what we want it to be.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, I love the conversations about core values. I'm looking forward to getting into more of them. Rob, thanks for being here on the Buchanan Beat.
Well, thanks for having me.
This is Let's Get Fiscal. My name's Brian. I'm here with Dave Francis. Dave, welcome back.
Hey, thanks. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, for sure. Always fun talking to you. I enjoy our conversations. Dave, I want to know, as you're driving home from work, what are you listening to?
In summertime here, Jimmy Buffett.
Little Jimmy Buffett in the
Yep.
summer. You got a favorite song of his?
Actually his Margaritaville. I mean,
Okay.
that's always fun, right? That kind of sets you up, especially on if it's a Friday and you have off on Saturday. It's
Okay.
it's a nice way to get kind of pumped up for the weekend.
Yeah.
For us. Yeah.
A little relaxed with some fun summertime.
Yep.
Steel drum music there.
Yep. Oh yeah.
All right, I can get with the little Jimmy Buffett. Well, Dave, you mentioned it is summer, but summer's wrapping up. And
Yes.
we're jumping into, for me as a parent, we're jumping into the school year, and there's a lot of things that we're doing as parents, as a family, to get our kids ready. I imagine there's a lot that has to happen, maybe not this time of year, but throughout the year, that our drivers need to be paying attention to get ready for their trips, their, cross country or wherever they're going, right?
Exactly. So what's happening right now, right? We're getting our kids getting all their information up to date, all their records up to date, all their shots up to date. I mean, it's the same way in the truck. Let's make sure that we have our maintenance records up to date. We know what's coming up. Is the truck 1 year older? Yes. So have more miles on it? Yes. You have to start to think that now I need to have 7 to 12% held back from my check to pay for the maintenance, especially if I'm an owner-operator. If I'm a company guy, not so much. But we internally have to look at that too. If the fleet's getting a little bit older, we know that we're going to have more maintenance costs. So it's one of those things that it's a preparation for the year. We're going to make sure that the rig is healthy. So just general maintenance that occurs. And, we know that there's a multitude. We've got to get the service every 4 months and as they need it. And if we can keep up on that, we actually keep it as healthy, just like we keep our kids healthy.
Yeah, I think there's something there about us too, as I think about as I get older. I hear you talk. I'm one more year older. There's a little bit more maintenance I have to do,
right.
A little more money I have to save, right?
Yeah.
So the same is true about our trucks. Is there anything specific this time of year that is really important as we head out of the summer into a new season that we need to be getting our trucks ready for?
Yeah, I think really, especially depends if you're doing in-town type transportation. You're going to see more kids on the road. So, again, back to the safety time, you're going to have to watch for the inexperienced drivers. I know that, we see many videos where someone cuts off our drivers, and that's just not a good thing. And so it's being very alert as you do in your car. You really, especially in something as large as what everybody's driving, you have to be really, really on top of it and what's happening, especially again in town where the kids are, starting to go to school. They're doing those kind of things. So
yeah,
it's August and they might not have been driving all year or just messing around. So now they're going to school. They're late.
Yep. Yeah. Good information. That's really important to pay attention to, especially now as, I got a new driver in my house as well.
Yep.
So as much as I'm teaching him to pay attention on the road, we need to do that across the board. So Dave, thanks for being here today on Let's Get Fiscal.
Great. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
Hello, everyone. This is Veronica Gorney, your favorite safety coordinator at Buchanan Hauling and Rigging, and welcome to 1 Mile at a Time. Infinity is an online program that the safety department uses to assist in training for new drivers, as well as monthly training for our current drivers. We recognize that our drivers cover the lower 48, and getting to a terminal in order to do safety training is not practical. So take advantage of your truck's tablet. The Infinity link has been there all along just for you. Did you know completing your monthly Infinity will get you closer to that 100% payout on the full-time driver quarterly safety bonus? Don't leave money on the table. This is Veronica Gorney with 1 Mile at a Time.
Welcome back to HR Horizons. My name's Brian. I'm here with Amy McNamara. Amy, welcome back.
Thanks.
We'd like to get to know each other a little bit in these segments. So I'm curious about your music style. What do you like to listen to, Amy?
Well, I listen to a little bit of everything. So this morning, for instance, on my drive-in, I had Imagine Dragons to Kid Rock, then some Alabama old school country.
Okay.
So a lot of different.
Okay. Let me ask you a couple questions then. When you are frustrated at something happened at work and you're driving home, what do you put on the radio?
Usually it's the hard rock, something a little more aggressive, and it's pretty loud. I do listen to it pretty loud.
Okay. Are you put windows down so everybody else can hear your music
No, I'm not windows down.
Okay.
I just sit in my own misery.
Oh man, I'm the same way when I'm in a frustrated, angry mood. It's something a little bit louder. Usually I got my windows down. Other people need to know that I'm
right, that you're frustrated.
Yes, yeah. I don't know why I feel that way, but I do. Well, Amy, we could talk about music all day long.
Yes.
I love listening to music. I love hearing other people's styles of music, but we've got some other things to talk about today. So today we're talking about LifeMart savings on ADP. Tell us a little bit about what that is.
So this is a benefit offered to all of our employees through ADP, and it's just savings on a whole list of different things. They can, for travel, you can do flights, hotels. There's savings on Sam's Club memberships, insurance, the whole gamut.
How do they access that?
If you log into ADP, there's a tab across the top that says Myself and then Benefits, and it's underneath that Benefits tab. It's just LifeMart Savings. You click on that, and it'll take you to the link.
So we're going on family vacation this summer. We're going to Cedar Point maybe.
Okay, yeah.
Probably need to rent a car, get a
Yep.
hotel, and get tickets to the park. Would that be a good place to look for those kind of options?
Yes, you can save on all three things. So I've personally used them for car rentals and hotels. And then my kids, I've used them for any theme park tickets, but Cedar Point is on there. Disney's on there. You can get several different theme parks.
And is it a standard discount or standard rate, or is it something that's offered by each individual company?
It's offered by each individual company. So some discounts are a little bit deeper than others. Right now, they're running up to $100 off Disney World parks, 65% off at Cedar Point and Kings Island. So there's some good savings on there.
Yeah, and those aren't cheap places to go.
No, they're not.
Yeah, that 65% off now is probably what I paid when I was
Right.
12 going to
Going
Kings
in.
Island years
Yes.
and years ago, right?
Yeah.
So LifeMart savings on ADP. Anything else we need to know about that benefit other than just be aware that it's there?
No, yeah, just be aware that it's there. Use it. It's a free benefit that we provide, and I don't think many people take advantage of it. So log in and take advantage of it.
Okay, very good. And if people have issues for whatever reason, logging in, they don't remember, they can contact HR, or maybe there's a forgot password link.
Yes, there is a forget password link in ADP if you don't remember your password. If you still struggle, you can email us at hr@buchananhauling.com and we can help you reset that. We may have to give you a call, but we can get it set up for you.
Yep. So make sure you do that. Sounds like there's great options and great benefits there with the LifeMart savings.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Amy, thanks for sharing that. Thanks for being here today on HR Horizons.
Thanks.
This is Buchanan Travel Tours. My name's Brian. I'm here once again with Drew Daffor. And Drew, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, yeah. So this month we've been diving into the music people listen to. And you and I have talked about this a couple times already. I know you're a metalhead, right? Do you have a favorite band that you like to listen to?
Yeah, generally go for the classic for Slipknot.
Okay.
But as of late, it's been Motionless in White for me. Just been wearing out their last album.
Okay. How recent is? I've never heard of that. I know Slipknot, but how recent is this other one?
They've been around for a while, but they've really been touring quite a bit, and they were actually in Fort Wayne last year.
Did you see them?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. What's the name again?
Motionless in White.
Motionless in White. All right, I'll have to check them out.
You should.
Okay. Well, Drew, let's talk a little bit today about idle percentage. What is it, and what's the target?
So our target for our idle percentage is about 10 to 15% a week. We have our auxiliary power units on the trucks, which most of our trucks have them, and it keeps the AC or the heat running while the trucks are not moving. The APUs they're designed to save about 1 gallon of fuel per hour when it's running, so that also keeps the miles per gallon higher on the truck, which also saves us in lowering maintenance costs.
So the
overall.
APU is drawing from its own fuel source,
Yes.
and not drawing from the truck's fuel source.
Yes, sir.
So saving fuel mileage on the. Okay,
Yep.
okay, that makes sense. So give me an example of what you said. 10 to 15% of time should be the idle percent. Give me an example of what that means.
So basically, the idling the truck is when they're waiting at a shipper or get unloaded. I looked at one where it had a truck this week or last week that had ran 36 hours, and their idle percentage was about 9% of the time. So that's where we want to be at.
Are there some simple things drivers can do to lower that percentage?
What I would say is if they're having any issues with their APU, contact their driver manager, and we'll get them hooked up with one of our shops and get it taken care of. So ultimately, for lease purchase and owner ops that have this, if their idle time is lower, they will actually burn less fuel, and that'll be more money in their pocket.
That's always a bonus.
That's a big sell. It's an easy sell, really.
Yeah, that's an easy sell for sure. Well, Drew, thanks again for being here and sharing a little bit about idle percentage here on Buchanan Travel Tours.
Thank you.